Hi everyone, it's Victoria Carter, and today I'm coming at you real raw because we're talking about writing every day. Now, I have been putting, what's the phrase? Putting my money where my mouth is and doing this. It's been my goal since Camp NaNoWriMo in April to write every single day because I heard that if you do something for 66 days, then it's a habit. I don't know if that's true. I just Googled how long do you have to do something for it to be a habit? And the answer was 66 days. So I was like, okay, I guess that works. And I didn't look up other arguments about it. Now, I went online and I looked up a bunch of counter arguments for why you should not write every day. And I just want to bring up those points before I tell you why I think you should write every day. So here goes. Number one reason they say you shouldn't write every day is because they are assuming that you're not going to work on your project. You're just putting any words down on the page. You're writing the word the, and then that counts. Or you're just like using word prompts to write random things that are not going to propel you into writing as a career or writing the story that's in your heart. The second thing they say is that it creates bad habits. So what they're trying to say is, writing is good and you should make a habit of it. However, you need to learn how to do craft as well as write. And if you're writing every day, that doesn't count for learning how to do craft because no one is stopping you from making mistakes. You're just going to make them. And then once you keep making them over and over and over again, it's harder to break those mistakes. So they had that to say about it. And then the third thing they had to say about why you shouldn't write every day is if you have a really good streak going and then you have one day where you mess up or you miss, then you can feel very discouraged and it could halt your writing altogether. And it could make it so you don't want to write anymore, and it could actually reverse what you're trying to accomplish. And those are the counter arguments. And I thought they were very interesting to bring up because I disagree, but I see what they're coming from, but I disagree. So, like I said, this is me raw filming this because I stayed up later than I usually do today. It was just one of those days, and I was like, oh no, I have to write. And I hadn't written anything for my story. And I was like, all right, I gotta do this. And I just wrote real quick. And one of my mottos that I say on this channel is every victory is a victory, which essentially means to me that anything counts no matter what it is. If you write down a sentence, it counts. If you write down a paragraph, it counts. If you do 20 chapters, it counts. Every victory is a victory because it's moving you towards your goal. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I have to keep up this momentum. And I wrote down what I was going to do for my story. And let me tell you, there's a difference in how I typically do this. So when I say write every day, this is what I mean. And this is my argument for why I think you should write every day. Number one, this is how you should and why you should. So number one is if you create a habit of doing it either at a certain time or at a certain place or both, then whenever you're at that place during that time, you're going to condition your brain to be creative. You're going to tell your brain, okay, it's creative time, let's be creative. This is also why they tell you you should only sleep in your bed, because it'll train your brain to think, okay, bed equals sleep. The second thing I have to say is I find myself before I reach the place, the physical actual place where I write, before I'm doing that or the hour leading up to me doing it, my brain is like on hyperdrive, thinking about my plot, thinking about my setting, thinking about my character arc. And I feel like, it's processing all this stuff during the day, but right before I am creative, or right before I plan on being creative, it's like, and it like tries to like give me all these ideas, and I'm like, oh good, I know what to write today, because I'm a pantser, and I just kind of write what I feel, and I kind of know where I'm going, but mostly I don't. Mostly I have no idea. So that's my second reason why I think you should write every day, is because your brain will generate ideas on a consistent basis that will propel your story. The third thing I have to say about why I think you should write every day is because I think that no matter, I don't know, this is where the controversy comes in. This is why I wanted to tell you about the other thing, is I think that it doesn't matter if you're propelling your story or specific plot forward or not. If writing is something that you love, it shouldn't matter what you're writing. And if you're doing it every day, then you're doing something for yourself. And I think doing things for yourself and doing things that make you happy and that fill your soul with, like, not to get like, too mystical or anything, but I feel like a lot of the time in life, we just give and give and give and give and give. And it's constantly like, I just have to give everything. And we don't ever take time for ourselves. So maybe it doesn't matter what we write, because you're taking that time for yourself and you're giving yourself and you're cutting that time into your schedule for yourself. And I think that is so important. Some more points I have to say about my experience writing every day. So I've tried 2 different methods. I've tried writing every single day, and I've tried writing only on days that I work. So those have had varying degrees of success. Writing on days I work, I wrote after I was done with work, which meant that if I worked a long day or something happened at work that threw off my schedule, or for some reason I had an appointment to make and I, or whatever, then I didn't get to write that day because I had to go do other things. So I had a very small window from the time work was finished to the time when I had to do something. And if I didn't make that window, then I couldn't write that day. I also found it difficult, maybe it was the timing, but I also found it difficult to get into writing mode, because I was like, work, and then it was like, oh, it's me time, and that was really hard. But I did write 80,000 words in 3 months doing that, and that's working like, I think I had 1 or 2 days off a week. I can't remember. And now, I'm in the process of writing every single day, and I don't get the word count that I used to get. But I feel like that the quality has risen by writing every single day, because my goal is to improve my story every day, not just put down filler words and not just put down filler anything. My goal has been, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to commit myself to write every single day, then it's going to be worth my time. And even though my word count isn't even close to 80,000 words, it's definitely, the quality's definitely improved. The character arc's definitely improved. I've been cutting a lot of stuff that I feel like is unnecessary, and it's been really great. So my tip for you guys is try writing every day. Do it for like 30 days. Maybe we can start a challenge. That would be cool. That would be really cool. And see if anyone else can write something for 30 days. And I'd like to reiterate my motto of every victory is a victory. Anything counts. If you write a paragraph, it counts. If you write a sentence, it counts. Even if, for me, my goal is to write 5 pages a day, but I don't always make that goal. But anything counts, because every victory is a victory. So I'll leave you with that. And I hope that you will continue writing every day. And if you don't, I hope that you will start. So have a good one, and I'll see you later, guys. Bye.